All right, we're going to go trigger warning for this. This song that this energy came in yesterday on, and I did sit with this because it's a sensitive subject and I have my own feelings about it. The song was Love in a Bottle that Husker sings in Has Been Hotel. But it's more like love trying to rid themselves of emotions at the bottom of a bottle, if you understand what I'm saying. And before I get into this, I want to say this energy is not in a place of substance misuse where they are chemically dependent on it that causes altered thinking. Okay, when you are chemically, and I'm speaking about this as someone who has education on it and has experience walking with my late husband through it. When your body is chemically dependent, your brain does not process information or pattern in the same way that somebody who doesn't have that chemical dependence. Okay, so you and I collective would look at this and say, okay, that's not a good idea to do. We should just go this way. Their brain isn't going to see that if the bad way or the wrong way is going to get them that fix. Okay, this energy is not in that. Not in that. This energy is not. Their body is not dependent on this, on the liquid, the adult beverage. They are actively choosing to drown their sorrows because it is easier. And I understand about things being hard. I understand about feeling responsible for things that have happened. I understand the realizations of, look what I have done to my life, look what I have created in my life, look what I have allowed in my life, look where I am in life because of my continued actions. I understand that, and I understand it's not easy to face that, but the right thing and the easy thing are rarely the same thing. And we each have a choice to do the hard thing today and have an easier go at it tomorrow, or do the easy thing today and have a harder go at it tomorrow. And not easier tomorrow that life gets easier, but easier tomorrow that we get stronger through the healing. We get stronger through doing the hard thing today, facing the uncomfortable, facing the painful. There are some people that have tried to poke and prod at my grieving journey with my late husband. And one of the things that they don't understand is I did the hard thing in the moment, at every moment, from the moment that I got word that the finalization was here. I didn't ignore it. I didn't suppress it. I let that come out. And when you process through information in real time and you don't suppress it, it looks like it's easier. It looks to the outside like you just moved on quickly, when really you're not looking at all of the work that was done prior to the notice of the finalization, but you're not looking at the aspect that me or anybody is dealing with everything as it comes in real time. So they don't have anything bottled. They don't have anything suppressed. Suppressing and bottling is what makes the grieving process longer, is what makes the healing process longer. And when you learn to process as things are coming up, you move through things at a different pace, in a different way than somebody who's bottling it. Now, I didn't want to do anything with, there's a big old fly on this pink Zote soap. I didn't want to touch this because I have my own experience with substance misuse and being in love with somebody who had that problem, and the damage that comes to the person who has substance misuse issues and the people that love them that also acquire the damage through that. And then I also firsthand know choosing the hard thing and healing and going through that tedious journey instead of doing the easy things. So I have a very different view on this, which is why I didn't want to touch it. So I have my Bible, and I did have it on the edge of my desk. And I said, Source, I don't want to do this. You brought this to me yesterday. And I didn't want to do it yesterday, and I didn't want to do it all day today. And it is now 21:16, and I still don't want to do it. Okay, help. And so I opened it. I opened the book to Jeremiah 4. And I looked at the bottom for the little glimpse of what it is. And it says, God consistently revealed his intentions to bless the nations of the world. His global vision included a central role for the people of Israel as the channel through which God would pour out his blessings on all nations. But their privilege as the chosen people was in jeopardy as long as they insisted on disobedience and idolatry. Now, for those that lean more religious, you can go and do your own. I lean more spiritual, and what I was getting out of that is, as long as you choose to do the things that you know are unhealthy for you, that the world knows is unhealthy for you, you put your future in jeopardy. You put your future path in jeopardy, okay? If you're going to continue to consume and numb using something that you know is poison, science tells us that's why you black out, that's why you get dizzy, that's why you got a hangover the next day. It's poison. It's not healthy, okay? And I'm not going to talk about wine. There's differing opinions on that, okay? But an overarching of adult beverage is it's poison. It's very bad for the liver and everything else, okay? So if you're going to continue to do the things that you know are not healthy for you, you're going to stay in the energy that you are in, which is chasing numbing and comfort at the bottom of a bottle. So let's see what Source can bring us out of this. I'm going to say right up front, this gives a very manipulative energy. It gives a very, I know what I'm doing, but if I get sloppy drinking, people will pay attention, and I will get the sympathy, and I will get the, oh, let me help you type of energy. And Source, what do you have about this energy? What more can you give the collective? What more does the collective need to know? Seven of Swords, reversed. Exposure. So this energy, if you're cross-watching and you resonate with this energy, please understand that your people are seeing through it. So if you've gotten away with using this as a means to manipulate people into pouring energy into you, pouring sympathy into you, it's not going to work for much longer. And if you are the collective and you're like, I know who that energy is, they're being seen by the people around them. The manipulation isn't landing anymore. They're not getting away with stealing people's sympathy, empathy, energy, emotions. All right, Source, what else do you have? Six, public victory. So collective, if you were tied to somebody that was like this, that painted you as the problem while they were actively misusing substances and painting you as this villain while they were manipulating things. It's being seen, and you may have some kind of public victory, some kind of I'm getting recognition, some kind of public recognition that you weren't the problem, you weren't what they said you were. You weren't the one causing these problems. You weren't the one with the substance misuse problems. You didn't leave because you were on this, that, or the other, or because you were on this person, that person, or the other person. Like, it's being seen. And it's being seen in, when I say public, it doesn't necessarily have to be like this public, like on a platform. It could be within the community. Okay. Somebody could also be drowning their sorrows because they're being exposed, and collective, you're getting victory within the public eye because your true character is being seen. And if they painted you as something you weren't while they were doing backhanded, sneaky, manipulative tactics to get sympathy and empathy from others, it's not working anymore, and it's making their issue worse. That's the Two of Cups reversed. People are seeing the disharmony that this person caused. Landed right on the 6. It could also be causing disharmony with, like I said, within them now, because you're getting victory, because the truth is being seen. Page of Swords flew right on top of the Two of Cups. So they're watching, they're observing. All right, give me more about this Two of Cups reversed. Four of Wands. And this flew over here by itself. It feels like they're watching themselves be exposed. They're observing someone's victory from a place of, like, it throws them out of balance to see collective your victory, and to see that they are being exposed, and that you are being exposed for who you actually are. You are being seen in a correct light. And I say exposed, but it is. It's exposure, because this person, this energy painted you as something you weren't for God knows how long. And it is being exposed that you aren't that at all. Like, massive exposure. And exposing doesn't have to be this for them it is. For them it's a very negative thing. It's causing a lot of disharmony. Could be causing a lot of disharmony in their relationships as well. Because, holy cow, if you lied about the collective like that, what are you saying about me behind my back? What are you saying about me when I'm not around? And collective, you're over here sitting in Four of Wands energy. Celebrating. Happy life. Happy foundation. Because we now have these cards out, I feel a little bit better about saying this feels like a poor pitting me energy because of what they've done, because of the choices that they've made that caused their life to be in the place that it is. And I have a lot of empathy for people, and I can put myself in people's shoes very easily, because I have experienced everything from A to Z. Okay. If I told you my entire life story right now, you probably wouldn't believe it. Pink nail ideas. Because I don't look like what I've been through. And this person is sitting there, I don't have empathy for this. Because this energy has manipulated people, caused harm to people to make themselves look a certain way. And now they are suffering. And I'm doing bunny ears because I can't justify what they are feeling because they brought that on. When you are lying about people, creating false narratives, even creating proof that is fabricated proof, when you are systematically destroying somebody's life and reputation and trying to disrupt every area of their life, and then that finally comes back on you, because the truth is always seen. The lies will always surface and the truth will always come out, even if it takes decades to happen. It will come out. It will be seen. Especially now with people waking up to this kind of lies and manipulation, waking up to how people are actually moving, and that's not okay. It's not okay. It's not normal. It's actually very insidious. To lie about people and kiki and ha-ha at people's hardships when they are in hard times, that is not normal. That is not healthy behavior. That's very insidious behavior. And to cause someone to be in a down and out place and make that harder on them, or to be informed that they are in a down and out place and make that harder on them and make it so nobody else helps them, that's very insidious. That is so harmful. And people more and more are waking up to the fact that this behavior is not okay. Smiling in someone's face and acting, presenting friend-shaped while being somebody who's throwing the rocks and hiding their hand in the back. People, 17, people are less and less putting up with this type of energy. So when you find yourself in a place of suffering, and I'm again using bunny ears because I don't even feel comfortable calling this suffering, but when you find yourself in that because of the destruction that you tried to cause in other people's lives, I don't have sympathy for it. I don't have empathy for that. And that's just, it is what it is. Because I could never, even in my most unhealed times, could never plot and plan and carry out for months and years to destroy someone's life. Never. Did I harm people in the heat of the moment, in my erratic, unstable emotions? Abso-freaking-lutely. Did I plot and plan on them for months, carrying out schemes for months and years so that nobody else would want to be around them? Absolutely freaking not. So I can't empathize with that. And I can empathize with a lot. I've even been homeless. I've been through it. I've also been through people like this trying to destroy me. People like this plotting and planning and carrying out schemes like this over months and years. I don't have words. I don't know what to say to this. Source, what else do you need me to say? Collective, if you know that you've had people in your background, in the background of your life doing this to you, whether it be family, whether it be old friends, whether it be randos on the internet that you don't even really actually know, you barely know their name, maybe you don't even know their last name, maybe you don't even know their real first name, and they've been systematically doing this out of some weird jealousy, envy wound that they have, please understand that everything that you built is absolutely being seen. And people who move like that, they're being seen, and it is being shown not only to them, but to the people that cited and helped them, that you're the one that's victorious. They are being exposed while your happy, healthy home platform celebration, public victory over this nonsense in the back is being seen. And these people are in disharmony, disarray, emotional upset, observing and watching it. So if you felt like odd, weird energy, that could definitely be it. I have talked a lot over the past few days about buttoning up your energy, zipping up your energy, unfragmenting, paying attention to what you're giving energy to. When you feel energies like this trying to orbit back in, don't ping them right back out. Okay? One of the is it nursery rhymes? I don't know what it's called, but I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off me, sticks back on you. Say something like that for some return of energy, okay? And it doesn't even have to be a return of energy. That can be a whole protection. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say about me bounces off me and sticks back on you. Your projections bounce off of me and stick back on you, okay? Don't let them ruin everything that you've created. Knight of Cups. And this fell over on this side with this pile. They have not put in the work. Did I say Knight of Cups? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They may have tried to reject you, but they didn't have enough pull in your life for the rejection to hit you the way they wanted it to. They haven't put in the work. They're unreliable, unstable. They haven't put in the work into their own life, which is why they are so imbalanced and sitting in disharmony, observing you. Because instead of focusing on their own life, instead of focusing on being reliable, becoming the person that they want to be, they were more focused on trying to prevent you from becoming the person that you want to be. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this could definitely be groups. And the star at the top of the deck. This could definitely be groups of people that collaborated. Because they saw your star power. They saw the manifestation ability. They saw your intuition. They saw you on your right path. And instead of getting inspired by you and putting the work into themselves, they allowed jealousy and envy wounds to overpower them. Oh, I do not like this energy. One or more than one of these individuals could be suffering. They could be smokers. They could be suffering with pneumonia or some kind of lung situation. They would have pain on the left middle to bottom portion. I'm clearing energy now. Middle to bottom portion of their ribs. So if you look, that would be like the lung and the rib cage around it. There's pain like right around here, but it radiates to the back. And it more so happens when they breathe in. It's a pain when they breathe in, especially when they breathe deep. All right, I'm not a medical professional. If you are having symptoms like that, please go to the doctor. If you are a cross watcher and you're like, oh crap, please go and have your lungs checked out. Have an x-ray. That's usually signs of like pneumonia or some kind of chest, lung situation. All right, Source, can we close this up so I can get out of this energy, because I don't understand it. I don't like it. Six of Cups reversed. So this energy is stuck in the past, collective. They're stuck in the good old days when they were able to get away with, and you were the laughing stock, and they were deemed to be privileged and higher and better. And what is actually being seen is that they need to put the past down and start focusing on their own life. They're stuck in nostalgia of when their energetic manipulation or behavioral manipulation, emotional manipulation worked. Queen of Cups reversed. Well, that pretty much confirms what I just said. They're stuck in the nostalgia of when their emotional manipulation worked. When they could say and do things to have you or others falling all over them. And it's just simply not working anymore. Not with you, collective. They are, and now the Three of Pentacles reversed. So whatever group activity this was, it may have split up. And they are under judgment for the heartbreak, heartache, 10 swords betrayal that they have subjected others to. They can no longer continue this behavior with you or with anyone else. They can no longer get away with this. Too many people have seen the reality of who they are because, collective, you have triumphed and created a happy foundation. You walked away and you built something of yourself. You healed the wounds that had you in less than ideal situations. And that is exposing who they truly are and bringing judgment for betrayal energy. And this isn't just any type of betrayal. This is trying to end somebody's existence betrayal. Trying to stop them from being able to thrive betrayal. Trying to take everything that they care about betrayal. They can't do it anymore. And they can't get away with manipulating others in that same way anymore either. Seven of Wands reversed. And they can't defend what they've done either. Because, collective, you went within, Hermit and the Devil in reverse. You went within and broke those ties that had you bound to energies like this. You broke the toxic addictions. You said, I choose to do the hard thing today so that I can have an easier go tomorrow. And you continued to do that every single day for months, years, maybe decade. We've got a horn outside honking. You chose to do the hard, tedious, uncomfortable work of going within and turning your pain into power and turning your wounds into wisdom. And they can't bind you, root you, emotionally manipulate you into any of that stuff anymore. To the cross watchers that know that you do this to people or have gotten away with doing this to people in the past, game over. Godspeed on what comes next for you. And collective, congratulations for unbinding yourself, unrooting yourself to stuff like that. Happy healing.